Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to science class. So we have finished chapter 13, time and motion. Now let's see what we have learned from the chapter. So in this chapter we discussed about difference between fast and slow motions, then defined speed, measure speed, identify the unit of speed and measure time. So let's see what speed is. Suppose you have an appointment with your doctor at 5 p.m. It's already 4:30 p.m. and this clinic is 5 kilometers away from your house. You have to choose either cycling down or taking a taxi to the clinic. What will you choose? Correct. You will take a taxi and go to the clinic. The reason is because taxi moves faster than a bicycle. So we can say that few objects move faster than other objects. Now the same taxi moves fast on the busy road and moves slow at empty road. So some objects move faster at one time and slower at another time. The next step is to identify whether an object is moving faster or slower than the other objects. So how can we do that? To do that, you must calculate the distance covered by both the objects in same time interval. Consider a 1000-meter cycle race. In that, whistle blows when the race begins. All the cyclists start at the same time. Suppose one cyclist reaches the finishing line. He covers 1000-meter race in 10 minutes. That also means other cyclists covered less than 1000 meters in 10 minutes. So we can say that some objects move faster at one point and other objects move slower. The most convenient way to find out which object moves faster than the other is to calculate the distance covered in per unit time. So the object that covers distance in per unit time is called speed of that object. Suppose there are two bikes A and B. How can we say that which bike is faster? So for that we can do a task that we have to move the bikes in the fixed time interval. Suppose bike A moves or it travels 60 km in 1 hour and bike B it travels 40 km in 1 hour. So we can conclude that bike A moves faster than the other. How can we find out the speed of an object? So we can do that by using the formula of speed, that is speed equals to distance by time. So by that we can identify the speed of an object. In a car you must have observed that needles are moving when we are driving a car. So we have a speedometer in a car, and in that speedometer you must have observed one rectangular box. In that you can see the numbers. When a car is in motion, these numbers change. This is called odometer. So this odometer indicates about the distance covered by a car. Now time in our like previous era or like in our older days, our elders used to tell time without clock. How do they used to do that? They used to do that by the repetition of sunset and sunrise. So from one morning to the next morning it is one day. From one full moon to the next full moon it is 1 month. And 1 year is a time taken by Earth to circle around the sun. To measure interval of time shorter than a day, we use clocks and watches. The unit of time is second and the unit of speed is meter per second. Now we are going to see that how we can measure time. So for that we use different types of clocks and watches. So there I have written few types of clocks by which we can see what is the time. So first one is sand clock. You must have seen this clock, that is in this we have two bulbs. So when all the sand flows into the lower bulb, we invert this. So by this Sand clock we measure the duration of the time. Second one is sundial. This works on the principle of shadow formation due to sunlight. Third is water clock. It works on the principle of regulation of inward or outward flow of water. And the last one is modern timekeepers. In this we use our digital watches which we are using these days. So these are modern devices. So I hope you have understood this chapter well. I will see you in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye.